Let's get to the tail of the tape for this one, to be contested at 115 pounds. Calvillo 30, as is Carla Esparza. Calvillo, the taller woman by 3 inches. She weighed in at 116 pounds, 115.5 for Carla Esparza. Slight reach advantage with Cynthia Calvillo. All right, now for the particulars, back inside of Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC strawweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a wrestler holding a professional record, 13 wins, 4 losses. She stands 5 feet 1 inches tall, weighing in at 115.5 pounds. Fighting out of Irvine, California, presenting the former UFC strawweight champion and the #9 ranked strawweight contender in the world, Carla Cookie Monster Esparza! And now introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a freestyle fighter holding an undefeated professional record, 6 wins, no losses. She stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 116 pounds. Fighting out of Sacramento, California, presenting the #6 ranked strawweight contender in the world, Cynthia Calvillo! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Chris Tione.
Now, much has been made of the fact that Cynthia Calvillo only made her pro debut in August of 2016, but as many of our fans know, she would have made her pro debut in 2014, but she suffered a bad arm injury, kept re-breaking her forearm in the same place. So a little delay, but Calvillo has certainly made up for lost time. Tonight's Fight Clock is brought to you by AirAsia. Now everyone can fly. Calvillo is in black, Esparza in the white with gray.
Pressure is going to be key for Calvillo. I think that forces the takedown of Esparza. If she just pressures and throws the shots to the body early and then looks for the headshots as the fight progresses, that's Calvillo's key, I think. And I think we just need to see Carla be first with the right hand and then the doubles.
Calvillo is getting off with that right hand, Dom.
Oh yeah, they both are.
Yeah, and one thing that I'm noticing is Calvillo is able to strike. She is a taller girl, but she's also got better ability to move in and out. She's moving in with larger steps. There's a nice leg kick by Carla.
I think the big difference is going to be the camp that Calvillo comes from. She's confident in her grappling. I mean, that whole camp does nothing but guillotines and nonstop grappling, and that's something you're going to see in this fight. The more shots that are taken.
And there's a takedown, look at that.
And it was timed off the striking of Esparza. That's the difference. It's not just a shot. She waited for the punch. She read the punch and then took her down off.
And she's very skillful on the ground. I've been very impressed with her flexibility, her ability to improvise.
Wrestlers generally, if that's their first background, the worst place you could put them is their back. And we see right now, Carla is just flat on her back, and she needs to get to a hip at the least and start digging underhooks if she's going to get back to her feet.
Calvillo, excuse me, Joe.
I'm sorry, I was just going to say her corner's yelling out underhook, underhook. She's got the half guard on the same side as her right. She wants to get that underhook on that right side, and her corner was calling out for it, but she's not recognizing it.
She's digging. She just can't quite get it because Esparza knows that if she gets that underhook, she's stuck. She's flat on her back. So she's fighting that underhook well.
I'm sorry, I meant Carla. Carla's corner is asking out for her to get the underhook, to try to get back up.
She needs that right underhook and then get to her left hip.
Well,
there
she's got the underhook.
Now she's got to go to her left hip now. And get that, she has to get that bottom leg out. This is where the half guard becomes an anchor if you're on bottom sometimes, if you don't use it to sweep. And right now,
she's trying. But Cynthia's very good on the ground. Keeps her flat, keeps her on her back. Lands a little elbow there. Carla going for an armbar. Look at this. Look at this.
It's deep. Calvillo doing the right thing. She wants to pressure down, not pull out here, not pull up. Pressure the legs down into the head of Esparza so that Esparza can't get her hips away and straighten that arm out. And
look at this. Look at this. Carla Esparza.
Looks like she lost it.
But lets her know that she's dangerous off her back.
Under 2 minutes here to go, round one. Good start for the 6th-ranked Cynthia Calvillo here.
And submission attempts take energy too, Joe. So that took some energy out of Esparza to go for that armbar and miss it, and gives Calvillo a little bit more confidence to stay here and just keep Esparza on her back.
Esparza struggling a little bit with the physicality of Cynthia Calvillo, and a lot of 115ers figured to her.
Yeah, she's very strong at this weight.
Well, you got to think, how often is Esparza on her back in practice? She's usually taking everybody else down, so she has less reps here. And that's the smarts in Cynthia Calvillo, putting the wrestler on their back, where we don't train a lot here. We train mostly on top positions and in the scrambles. And right now, Calvillo is showing the hole in Esparza's game from her back.
Esparza has landed 33 ground strikes unofficially against just 12 for Calvillo, but it's a good look for the judges if you are working out of top position as opposed to off your back.
Carla's trying to spin out, looking to try to secure a no-arm triangle. But doesn't get it and still finds herself in the same position.
She just has great top pressure. She's following the hips right. She's pulling the right arms down, controlling the hands of Esparza, and Esparza just can't get to her knees. That's where she wants to be, is get to her knees. And Calvillo knows that. And there she is. Now she can get up. Beautiful, beautiful transition to get her back.
Dominant performance by Calvillo. This is huge. She's looking for the back. Look at the way she spins. Oh, look at this. Carla winds up on top, though.
And that's what we haven't seen yet, is Calvillo get out scrambled. That's one time she lost a scramble.
Crowd enjoying the action there in round one. A nice answer by Esparza after Calvillo had dominated. Tonight's Corner Cam is brought to you by AirAsia. Now everyone can fly.
Have a seat. Good, let's go with some stand-up. Nice round. Nice round.
Watch warm in the grande pause. The time the grande pause, she go look for the arm all the time. And as I control, she try to throw the leg for catch one.
Hey,
Done.
she only coming right hand, so let's have the left hand up. Left hand up. Look for those jabs. Keep her at range. Uppercuts are there. Hey, right kick too when she walks out that way. Snap it to the head. Good work. Good work. Nice round. Careful on those scrambles. Stay on top. Stay on top.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, and short elbows on the ground.
Here we see the end of the round. Cynthia Calvillo on top of Carla Esparza. Landing hammer fist, punches all over her, but goes for the back. They spin a few times, but Esparza winds up on top. That was big.
Second round, here we go, ladies. Fight!
Justin Buchholz, Fabio Prado trying to keep it simple in the corner of Cynthia Calvillo. Here, round two of a possible three. Nice right hand lands flush for Esparza. Carla's worked a lot on her striking defense, head movement.
Watch how Esparza throws the jab out there. She's just throwing it out there to try to get Calvillo to throw something back at her, and then she shoots underneath the strikes. That's what we saw Calvillo do to Esparza in the first round. Now, that is Carla Esparza's gift. She just hangs her head out there and waits for you to punch it.
Head out to your neighborhood 7-Eleven and get a UFC-branded Big Gulp for a chance to instantly win prizes.
Calvillo timed that one, saw her coming to the left and caught her with that overhand right.
Esparza continuing to attack that lead leg of Calvillo. She's in, she's out.
Now look what she's doing. She's circling right, being Esparza, and she's pulling her into the leg kick and pulling her into the right hand. That's all she does. She's just circling right and pulling Calvillo right into the heavy side, the strong side of Esparza.
Colin Oyama, one of the more underappreciated striking coaches in the game.
She flipped her there.
She's touched like 3 of those right hands. Calvillo needs to just press forward, grip the body, and start creating some scrambles here.
And Carla's doing a good job of stepping to her right as well, avoiding the right hand of Cynthia. But look at this, Cynthia gets around.
into the red corner of
She only
Calvillo.
have right hand. Get your left up. That's it. Just right hand. You got to read on it now. Good. Start picking with the jab. Right there. Cut her off. Yeah. Be quick with the jab. She's coming right hand. Nice. Where's the left hook at? There. Keep touching. Keep her off balance. There. She got. Let's go. Keep touching. Cut her off. Nice.
Looked like Calvillo stuck Esparza with that right hand. Carla has yet to attempt a takedown as we hit the midpoint of this one.
There it is, 1-2.
Good hips by Calvillo.
Buckholz calling for Calvillo to strike despite being pretty dominant on the ground in round one. Ooh. Counter right lands for Carla.
Yeah, and it's because the way Cynthia's moving in, she's got her hands down, her face is up. It's almost like she's not concerned about the power of Carla Esparza, she's just considering getting her shots off.
Part of the problem is the way that Esparza's circling is to the weak side. So the only weapon that Calvillo has when Esparza circles right is the left hook. Ooh, big right hand. It's smart. Esparza's just pulling right, pulling right, pulling right. And you see Calvillo kind of chase her and walk into the leg kick or the right hand. Ooh, switched it to a hook on that.
Oh, right hand by
These girls are
Cynthia
both eating
Calvillo.
big right hands.
Yeah.
90 seconds, man, Carla. Let's go.
Pretty good
Esparza
entry.
with the takedown, very nice.
And that's a completely different takedown attempt that she had the first 2 times. So you see that's the difference. Switching the takedown attempts.
A nice leg kick by Carla Esparza as Cynthia was trying to stand up.
1 minute, put pressure on it. Hey, left hand up. Pressure, Carla, pressure. Walk her down and put pressure. Left hand up.
1 minute to go in this second round.
Go right, Cynthia. Left hand up. There you go, Carla. She's getting tired.
Esparza lands the right hand there.
Combination. No footwork.
That left hand of Calvillo is lowered despite the imperatives from her corner. Distance strike, slight advantage for Carla.
Put her down. Put her down. 40 seconds. Short time. Hands up. Get a flag on it.
Ooh, good kick there by Esparza. Esparza mixing things up well.
Pretty much using the same weapon. She's using the right hand and the right low kick. What she's doing well is just circling and switching to the single leg, adding that takedown in there, switches up the striking and the reads for Calvillo. Calvillo doing a great job getting to her feet though.
Yeah,
Not
phenomenal.
spending any time on her back at all, which was how we saw Esparza lose the first round.
Yeah.
Calvillo not making that mistake.
Yeah, marked difference, right? As soon as she goes to the ground, she's immediately bouncing back up.
And that's an alpha male trait. That's something they focus on, is not being held on their back because they come from a wrestling background and wrestlers don't like being on their back.
Time. Good, deep breath, deep breath. Deep breath. Good, hey, left hand up. The only punch she has is a right hand. So I want you moving to your right. Move the feet a little bit, stay in the low stance, looking good. Work off that jab. All she has is a right hand. Touch her out with that left. Hey, head kick is there too. Her hands are way down at the end of the exchanges. Keep stuffing those takedowns. She's coming in on the head outside single. Let's defend that leg. Defend that leg. Don't let her get that.
Right away. I want to pound this girl on the floor, dude. If you hammer her, she'll roll over. But get top control.
Hips down when you take her down, hips down.
But she's starting to get tired. You can see in the second round, but we only got 1 round left, right? Push the pace behind your hands. Unload the heavy takedowns.
Let's go.
And control it on top and hammer it.
Right, third and final round here. Carla Esparza, the far more experienced fighter, 18th pro fight against just 7 for Cynthia Calvillo. And perhaps that rearing its head a little bit in that second round.
Okay, last round, here we go. Fight.
Can't overstate how important these 5 minutes are when you talk about this strawweight division and moving into 2018. Tisha Torres and Jessica Andrade have a date as everyone chases down the new champ, Rose Namajunas.
Good leg kick by Esparza there. As the 2 exchange punches. I like what Esparza's corner was telling her.
Yeah.
But I don't think that Cynthia's tired, though. They were saying that she's tired. I don't think it's that. I think it's just a little bit of frustration in terms of how the fight is going. I think after the first round in particular, I think she expected it to go her way more.
Big difference that I've noticed so far in the styles is they're both extremely efficient with their grappling, but Calvillo has better top control with the pressure of her hips. You heard Esparza's corner say, get your hips down off this takedown, and that's just using wrestling instead of jiu-jitsu once the takedown takes place. Right when,
Go ahead, Dom.
no, I was just gonna say, right when you hit the mat, you gotta start using jiu-jitsu to get back up again, because the sport changes once you hit the mat and you're on your back. It's no longer wrestling, and that's what Calvillo is doing a little bit better than Esparza. Esparza continues to wrestle when it hits the mat.
It is rare to see Esparza enter well on a single leg attempt and get overpowered to that extent by someone in this division, but Calvillo with a lot of physical gifts.
She has very good balance, and she just, from the camp she comes, she's grappling constantly, so she's just seen a lot of these repetitions.
Under 3.5 minutes now to go.
Good inside leg kick by Carla.
I like Carla's using her hands to finish the combinations with kicks. That's something new she's added. She didn't always do that. Looks like Calvillo's made the reads on the takedown attempts of Esparza now. She's tried the single too many times. Esparza couldn't get the double, so it looks like Calvillo's made the adjustment on the wrestling of Esparza now. Now let's see if she can close in on the striking.
Superman punch attempt, and the right hand behind it. And there's another leg kick by Carla. Much more kicking from the former champion.
Nothing doing on that wayward shot from Carla Esparza.
And that's the good thing about the pressure of Calvillo here. You see, it forces Esparza to shoot off the pressure instead of choosing when she's shooting. So Calvillo pressure, pressure, pressure with hands, tight defense, and then Esparza shoots not when she wants to, but when Calvillo wants her to, so she can defend.
You're right, Joe. Cynthia she doesn't fear the power coming back her way.
But because of that, she's getting tagged a lot.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
It almost would be better if she did fear it.
Yeah.
Go 2 up-ups. Up, step in. You gotta step in.
I think walking in, we all knew Calvillo kind of
Up jab.
doesn't mind getting punched.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, here she goes. Carla looking for a headlock here. Perhaps a guillotine attempt. Oh, left hook on the break. Very nice.
Hook.
That's the experience of Carla Esparza shining through here.
And that left hand maybe got Calvillo's attention as we come up on the 1 minute mark in this third and final round.
Calvillo smiles a little off the break. Okay.
Dom, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like these exchanges aren't very creative. It's like you're seeing the same sort of entries over and over again, and that's these same sort of exchanges are taking place.
And you're exactly right, Joe. And the reason that's happening is because both these women are most strong in their grappling. They take everybody down, and usually they don't have to set it up. They're just out grappling everybody. These two are well matched in their grappling, and so it's forcing them to use their striking better to set up their takedowns. Great scramble again by Calvillo to make sure she didn't get controlled on her back. And again, that's the hips. That's the wrestling ability of Esparza taking over instead of switching jiu-jitsu and flattening the hips and passing the guard of Calvillo off the takedown. So one thing to wrestling is we always keep our hips up, so we're always moving. And when you look at high-level jiu-jitsu practitioners, when they get that top position, it's like a weight is sitting on top of something. And that's been a big difference in the grappling in this matchup, especially in the first round mostly.
Carla, relentless at the end of this round. Look at this. She's trying to seal it up.
Awesome job. These girls are blending it out. Awesome way to finish the fight. Awesome fight for these ladies.
Two of the truly elite strawweights in the world putting on a show here tonight in Vegas. Some very interesting judges' scorecards forthcoming. Both women believe they have done enough here tonight to remain in the mix at 115 pounds. This fight replay is brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you.
And there you see that takedown. That was the first one by Cynthia Calvillo. Timed it well. Got off some good ground and pound. But at the end of the round, Carla Esparza had turned it around. And there Esparza with the right hand. Esparza working that single. Good jab there by Calvillo. And there's a nice left hook by the former champion.
As we see here, you see Calvillo miss with the right. These two were just trading right at the end. They're like, let's see if we can knock each other out. There's 30 seconds, 10 seconds left. Just wing them. And that's what they did, putting on a great show to finish the fight out strong. Both these ladies mixed it up very well and showed what mixed martial arts is.
All right, these fighter stats brought to you by Air Asia. Now everyone can fly. Distance strikes. Esparza doubling up on Cynthia Calvillo. A lot of those ground strikes came early in the fight. Control time advantage Calvillo. But on the feet, Esparza certainly finished strong. The official decision is brought to you by Metro PCS, who brings you closer than ever to the UFC on a fast, nationwide 4G LTE network. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Carla Cookie Monster Esparza.
I'm here with the winner, a very happy Carla Esparza. Carla, you took on a girl who is undefeated and one of the up-and-coming stars of this division. You showed why you're a former champion, and you showed some real good improvement in this fight as well. How happy are you with your performance?
I am ecstatic. I'm so happy. I worked so hard for this fight. I knew I was going to have a tough opponent, and I'm just glad I got the W.
You got the W, and you showed a lot of new areas and aspects of your game. What did you work on for this camp specifically, and what, if anything, was surprising to you?
I really worked on my wrestling game, my scrambles a lot. Cynthia has an amazing ground game, really quick scrambles, so I knew that was really important. I added the low kick to my arsenal, and I think that really took effect tonight, so I was really happy about that.
Yeah, I think that was a big part of it. Congratulations on an excellent fight. Carla Esparza, ladies and gentlemen.